In this video, I'm going to detail the committed save for destructive editing. So let's go here to Dolphin, and we're going to do the demo committed save in Vim. And when you download your tar file, just drop this this folder into your home directory, and you should see what I'm seeing right here. So what we're going to do first is we're going to open up a terminal, and we're going to go into GVim, and if you do a pwd, then you're in the where you unzip this thing at, right under the home directory. So we're going to do a source vi, and then we're going to hit the tab key to complete it, and we're going to do we're going to go to the command, and we'll do ex to get into the file browsing. And we have a file here. It's called foo, and so we're going to put some just generic text in there. We're going to put Mary had a little lamb. Now if you press F3, it's going to save it. And notice down here that you have a date timestamp. It's foo, the V's, and then you have a long date timestamp, and then the .txt. And if you press F3 again, and you can keep pressing F3, I mean, this thing will go on into infinity. You'll never have any duplicated files. If we go here back to our Dolphin, you see all these different versions, and this is a way that you can traverse and use the file and go to different stages on it. I mean, it's kind of does the same thing that Git does, except you're concentrating on one file. And let's say that you get to the end of it, and I'll just put another line, and we'll do an incremented save. Now the F4 key saves it back to the original file, which is foo.txt. If we close this out and we go out here to foo.txt, then we'll see the other line. Likewise, you know, if you find that you have to backtrack to an earlier file, we can open up like this one right here. And so we say, whoops, I made a mistake, and then you can do F3, so that one's always the newest, and then save back to the original. Now this is the primary file, and we can see that here. Now one of the things on destructive editing is you do a lot of changes. One of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to invoke Ranger here, and I'll kind of show you how I deal with these extraneous files. And I'm just gonna make a directory, and I'm gonna call it slop. Okay. And if I hit Alt-2 and Ranger, you'll notice I have different sessions here, and so I'm in the second one. So the second one, I'm gonna hit the L key, and I'm going to go into the slop directory. I'm going to do Alt-1 to go back to the primary one. I'm going to say filter VVV, and then I'm going to do a V on this, and you'll see it bolds these and it indents those at the same time, and I'll do a D and a D. I'll do an Alt-2, and I'll do a PP right here. So that when you get done with these scratch files, you'll see that this is empty. We can go back here, and all of our work files that we have go into slop. That's one way I kind of take care of that, because doing destructive editing, you generate a lot of content, and most of it goes into the slop bucket when it's all said and done. But anyway, let's take a brief look at the let's take a look at the Vim. We'll just go in here briefly. I'm probably going to have another episode where I come back and go through these more in detail. but the F3 increments it if we do a GF or go to File. What I'm doing here basically is I'm making the timestamp. I get the system date, and I render that and I format it in this one. And if we'll do just a BD, we'll go into the other one. These are in your work files, by the way. And then this one here, to save back to the original, all I do is I take the file name, which is at %, and I just, everything from the V, the 3 V's to the period, I keep the period and I discard the rest. So that's, and then, you know, that's basically it. I'm going to touch base on one more thing before I go. I have one, and I denoted this in the other one, is the pattern. Let's see. I had an F. Let's see. Okay, this is at Y, this eSearch. This one comes, I haven't really talked about this one, but what this one does is, let's say, let's take the foo.txt, and let's break the space. Everywhere we see a space, we want to replace that with a return. Okay. And let's say that I want to match this. You know, if I have a big file to go through this, and a lot of times I'll get a list here, and I'll have another big master file, and I'll want to search on any of these in the buffer. And the period doesn't really count for anything. We can delete that. It's kind of a don't care attitude, you know. And for example, I can do %s, and then the beginning of the line I can put //, which is the start of the word. And okay, and then I can do %s, the end of the line, and then undo // right arrow, and that's the end of the word. Which that really doesn't work here, so okay. So, and if I have a lot of strings like this, do GG, and then I can do at Y, which all Y does is it puts a bar and a vertical, it puts a vertical pipe. You know, it makes these into regular expression ORs. This is what this is right here. And if we go here, then that one here, that's all that thing is doing right there. Just gather those. I do those so often. I thought I'd mention it. This is the second demo I've had that file in, and I haven't mentioned it. So I'm gonna. With that, I'm going to call it another video, and please thank you for watching, and have a good day.